as we all may know, or maybe not, there's a war going on the other side of the world, and there's a lot of people dying. But I feel as if many of us don't know why, many of us don't know how, many of us don't know for what reason they are dying. Palestine, Israel. Palestine, Israel. I don't know who to pick. It's not about picking. It's not about I want this team to win, I want that team to win. No, it's about knowing what's happening, it's about knowing what's right or wrong, and it's about being informed about what's going on around you in the world. So, with that said, here's some information. Israel separated from Palestine and became an independent state. This led to the conflict of who's gonna own Jerusalem. Who does Jerusalem belong to? Both states wanted that to be their capital because it's a sacred site for both places. Jerusalem is a site where two sacred temples once stood for Israel, for all the Jewish people, and it's the site where Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens for the Muslims, for Palestine. So they decided to divide Jerusalem in half, and this still led to war because both sides wanted Jerusalem holy. This has led to the Jerusalem War. This has been an ongoing problem, and it's only getting worse, and this isn't getting resolved. But as the United States constantly aids Israel because they're allies, Palestine continues to get the worst end of it. Palestine has 95% of water is undrinkable, 46% of the kids suffer acute anemia, 2 million have denied freedom of movement, 50% of the kids express no will to live, and there's no point of them to express a will to live because they have no option to live, because there's constantly bombs flying over them.
Oppressed people, Palestinian people who were truly oppressed, and I was shocked to see a wall that was similar in fashion to a ghetto during the Holocaust that my Polish ancestors were forced to stand behind, and I was ashamed.
The US has finalized a deal to give Israel $38 billion for military aid, which are weapons, for the next 10 years.
Today we officially open the United States Embassy in Jerusalem. Today, Jerusalem is the seat of Israel's government. It is the home of the Israeli legislature and the Israeli Supreme Court and Israel's Prime Minister and President.
God bless the United States of America, and God bless Jerusalem, the eternal, undivided capital of Israel. Baruch atah Adonai.
And while this new embassy was opening up, thousands of people were getting injured, and many people are dying at the Gaza Strip. Why? Because they're peacefully protesting, and while they're peacefully protesting, Israel is throwing over bombs, they're shooting them, they're killing them, and there's no issue whatsoever because the news, the media is only covering this new embassy that's opening up, not showing what's happening at the wall right next to it. They're not showing those innocent kids dying. They're not showing those women dying. Many of these people are innocent people that are catching fire just for peacefully protesting what belongs to them or what they claim belongs to them, just as Israel claims that it belongs to them. So Donald Trump, for some reason, is interfering and handing over another state to a country for no reason whatsoever.
Actors who use protests as a cover to incite violence, endanger innocent lives.
Not a banner of faction, but the Palestinian flag demonstrated peacefully, and they were attacked by the Israeli armed forces. It's a massive.
Ultimately, the situation is much more complex. I'm just trying to break it down for you in a much easier and much simpler way, just to get you to understand what's going on. But also, I want you to understand that there's a lot out there that we need to stay on top of. It's your responsibility to get news. It's your responsibility to do research and figure out what's going on out there, because there's a lot of injustice happening, and it's your job to fight that. It's your job to speak out, because if we're silent, it's just as bad as all the violence. So please stay on top of what's going on around you. It's your world. These are your people. Whether they're good or bad, you have to decide who's good and bad, and you have to speak up. Don't be quiet.